There was only one model of car in the UK's top 10 best-selling cars, which was electric. Only one model of electric car. I bet you can guess what it was. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. My name's Sam Evans and I'm coming to you from Melbourne in Australia. Thank you for tuning in. It's great to have you. And welcome to all those new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Really appreciate it that so many people have subscribed to the channel. Helps the algorithms. It's helping us to get around 1 million views every week now. In fact, a little bit more than 1 million views. Around about 1.1 million views per week's been the average for the last few months. So big thanks to all of you for helping spread the word on electric cars, the electric revolution, and just how much they're going to benefit the average person's life. In fact, they'll benefit all of us. It'd be like having, millions less people smoking around you. Imagine that. Yeah, seriously. Big benefit. So, month of November, Tesla Model Y was the best-selling electric car in the UK. But so far this year, around 21% of all vehicles sold in the UK have been fully electric cars. The Tesla Model Y is the clear leader when it comes to electric vehicle sales. In fact, Tesla is the clear leader in the UK when it comes to electric vehicle sales. The Model Y was the best-selling EV in November, and it was actually the second best-selling car in the UK, period, irrelevant of vehicle type. What that means is the Model Y is now in the top 10 best-selling vehicles for the entire year in the United Kingdom. Clearly, the trend is very obvious here. People in the UK, they love Tesla vehicles. There is definitely plenty of demand. I just made another video of sales in Norway. Tesla number one by 1 million miles. Germany, sales of Tesla vehicles in Germany. Tesla number one by a fair margin when it comes to EVs. Same thing in France. So that's the 4 biggest electric car markets in Europe. If you want to include Europe and the UK, which I personally do. My dad's from the UK, so I have a British passport personally. Just been kind of useful when I've traveled there. Anyhow, getting back to the point here. That is UK, right? France, Germany, and Norway. 4 biggest electric car markets. Now, also the 3 biggest car markets in Europe, period. Tesla is dominating every single one of them. And people are saying, Tesla's going to cut production. That article has been posted on so many websites, which I used to think were legitimate. And now, personally, I don't give them a lot of credibility. If you go and publish this stuff when you know it's likely to be false, you're just doing it for clicks. You're doing it for the purpose of basically whoring yourself out. I hate it when people do this stuff because I didn't do it. I saw the article there. I saw everyone was saying it. You know what? I just ignored it because I knew it was nonsense. A lot of people bit. Obviously, Tesla's share price went down. Do you think Bloomberg, all the companies reporting on this stuff, are not kind of incentivized somehow to do this? In my opinion, this should be considered illegal stock shorting. They know this information is false. They probably have told their stock shorter friends and buddies to go and, short the stock now. We're going to bring out some bad news. Everyone's going to report on it. The stock price will go down as it did, and you can make some money. To me, this is unethical, and I don't like it. Clearly, the sales prove otherwise, right? Tesla's dominating the 3 biggest car markets in Europe. That's pretty significant. So what were the actual sales? Tesla Model Y was second in the entire country for any type of car sales, whether that's electric or petrol, gasoline, diesel, etc. That was second with 4,229. In first place was the Nissan Qashqai with 5,636 sales. Somehow, the Nissan Qashqai is the best-selling car in the UK for the entire year. I have no idea. I think it's an incredibly underwhelming, kind of insipid vehicle. I can't understand why anyone in their right mind would want to purchase one. But maybe it's sort of like a fridge. Maybe a lot of people just want to buy a fridge and they just want it to work. So they buy a Nissan Qashqai. I still don't understand. Anyway, please explain. Why would someone buy that car? Let me know in the comments. Third place was the Mini. Fourth was the Ford Fiesta. Fifth, a Vauxhall Corsa. Sixth, Volkswagen Golf. Seventh, Ford Puma. Eighth, Volkswagen T-Roc. Ninth, Volkswagen Polo. And 10th, the Toyota Yaris. Do you see a trend there? They're all fairly affordable small vehicles, whether they're small SUVs, small hatchbacks, they're all small vehicles. The biggest vehicle there by a fairly wide margin is the Tesla Model Y, by far the most expensive vehicle there. In fact, it's the only expensive vehicle in the entire top 10 best-selling vehicles in the United Kingdom. The same goes for their vehicle sales in the country for the whole year. Nissan Qashqai, Vauxhall Corsa, Ford Puma, Mini, Kia Sportage is the only actually sort of biggish sized vehicle. Same thing. People in the UK, they're buying more affordable, smaller vehicles. So the Tesla Model Y really stands out for the fact that it's much more expensive than all those cars I just listed. It's much bigger. And therefore, you've got to say, clearly, Tesla's doing something right. It's sort of going against the grain. Not only is it going against the grain by being an out of the ordinary shape and size and price of vehicle in the top 10 selling cars in the United Kingdom, it's also the only one that's electric in the top 10 vehicle sellers in their country this month. Now, that to me doesn't look like Tesla has a demand problem. Looks like if anything, they have a supply problem, which I think is going to be helped to be solved when they apparently hit 5x production. Now, people are saying Tesla will be able to... Tesla's saying that... Now, people are saying Tesla will be able to produce 5 times more cars in the next quarter than what they did in the previous quarter out of the factory in Germany. I don't know if that's actually true. Sounds too good to be true, but that's what people are saying. That's what Tesla is actually going for. Now, I'm going to go with, even if they only doubled production, that will still mean there's going to be a lot more cars to go to the UK, to go to Norway, to go to France, to go to Germany, to go to all the other countries in Europe that Tesla sells to. There's quite a lot of countries there. Apparently, Tesla's also going to be shipping cars from Gigafactory Berlin to Taiwan, which is bizarre. There's a lot of speculation on why that is. Some people say that Taiwanese don't want cars from China. There's lots of different things. I'm not really sure. I mean, as you guys know, I lived in Taiwan for a year. And there's a lot of people in Taiwan that are Chinese. It's, in fact, basically Chinese people living in Taiwan, primarily. Not all of them, but primarily is. You ask people there in person, they'll tell you that. Now, of course, some people won't. Not everyone's going to agree with what I just said. But in my experience, that's fairly common. In fact, pretty much all of my neighbors in my apartment block were Chinese, every one of them. I lived in Taichung, which is, it's not a tourist city by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, that's just a strange one going on there. But anyway, it points to the fact that there is going to be continued growth for Tesla. Now, Tesla is actually starting to sell the Tesla Model Y in some other countries as well, including India. So far this year, Tesla has delivered 25,000 Model Ys to new owners in the UK. Those numbers would have been bigger if Gigafactory Shanghai hadn't have been shut down for a little while and had delayed production. That's when their numbers and their sales figures for those couple of months were pretty low in the UK. So have electric car sales increased in the UK this year versus last year? Well, they have, but not by as much as you would hope. The key reason for that is production. Companies in Europe, they're just not producing that many EVs. Plug-in hybrids represented 9.3% of the market in 2021. They now represent only 7%. Hybrids were 8.3%. They now represent 11%. Fully electric cars were 18.8% in 2021. They now represent 21%. So far this year, 142,000 vehicles have been sold in the UK. Of those, 30,000 were fully electric. Now, Tesla actually has 21% market share of the electric vehicle industry in the UK. 21%. I actually think those numbers over the next 3 to 4 months will probably increase, seeing the increased production from China and from Germany. So 21%. The next highest, surprisingly, is BMW with 8.8%. Now, I don't know if those numbers include plug-in hybrids. They probably do. That's probably why BMW has 8.8%. But third place is another Chinese manufacturer, MG, and they have 7.5%. Clearly thanks to vehicles like the MG4, the Marvel R. I mean, the MG4 has had a rave reviews from journalists in the UK. People they want that car now. They want to buy as many of them as they possibly can, but there's just not a lot being made, unfortunately. But when it comes to electric vehicle groups, so, obviously Volkswagen Group is a bunch of different, but Audi, Skoda, Seat, Lamborghini, a bunch of different brands. Same thing with BMW Group. They've got Mini as well, Hyundai and Kia. Well, we're comparing the groups so far over the last 3 months in the UK. Tesla has 20% market share. Volkswagen Group as a whole has 17% market share. BMW Group has 12.6%. Hyundai Group has 9.7%. And Stellantis Group has 9.5%. Now, I've seen a lot of saying that Tesla's demand in the UK is very low, or Tesla's demand in Europe is very low. Well, yeah, I just made a series of videos showing you Norway, Germany, France, and the UK. Tesla is leading, well, every single one of those markets. And it's not just leading, it's actually dominating. This whole demand story, yeah, I think it needs to stop. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.